So, your girl got some bad news this week. My really dirty window. Found out that my freedom, the freedom is about to not be so free. I just found out that my checks are about to be cut by 25% due to someone else's irresponsibilities, I guess. And you know, that really made me feel like, I just kind of want to lay in bed. Like, I was stressing about money. It's really easy to start stressing, especially because like I was already kind of in a place where I was like, I'm gonna have to do something else because I need to be bringing more money in. Then I got this news, and it would have been super easy for me to panic about it and be like, okay, it's just lay there and stress, because that's kind of what I wanted to do. And then I thought about it, and I was like, I've got to do something. So I was actually kind of already in that spot, because so about a week ago was when I first started feeling like, okay, I've got to do something else. I've got to do something else because I need to make more money. I need to figure out a career. I am a single mom of 3 who, while I'm blessed by having my parents to back me up if in case of an emergency, I'm getting financial support from, anywhere else. And so anyways, I was already kind of like, okay, I've got to figure this out because I've got to send my kids to college. I have 2 that are close to teenagers. One that is a teenager. The other one's almost a teenager. I'm going to have to figure out how to buy them cars, or help them with their vehicles. Not to mention, like, there's just so many expenses that go, got to feed these things, right? But anyways, I started just thinking about like the future and how like beyond the right now, even like it's fixing to get big. Like when they need to go to college and stuff like that. There's just, anyways, whatever. So I was like, I need to find an actual career, because right now I'm blessed with a job. I was a stay-at-home mom for 12 years. And then I got into fitness, was a personal trainer. You can make money that way, but not too much. Anyways, for the job experience and the time that I've been working out in the world, I'm doing okay. But it's definitely time after like recovering from like, I guess the whole life switch, because went through a divorce. And there's definitely a time of needing to kind of like recover from all of that and figure out yourself, figure out your life, just like re-establish yourself. And now that I'm there, now that I feel like I'm in a good place, I was like, okay, I need to find a career. So I actually am going into real estate. But that takes a little while too. So anyways, so I have my long-term goals, but then I found out my check now is fixing to be cut, and I was like, oh my word, how am I going to do this? So, it was being uncomfortable that pushed me out of, because just not too long ago, I was like, oh, I've got it made here. I'm not going anywhere, and I was just happy living the way that I was. And now I'm definitely to where I'm like, well, I got to where I was like, okay, I've got to do something. So I got uncomfortable, which is what pushed me to even think about going into real estate. Well, now here I am again. And this could be super stressful. But instead, I was like, okay, I talked to one of my coworkers about going into the car business. Actually, I was like, I guess I need to start selling cars because I need to figure out a way. I listen to podcasts a lot. My voice is off because I'm losing it. But I listen to podcasts a lot. And a lot of multimillionaires start out as car salesmen. So I talked to him, and he was like, well, you could do that, but if you like to not be so drastic, why don't you just wait tables for a little while to get the extra money to make up for what you're missing out of your check? Because on top of everything else, I am trying to get my license, which I don't even know how that's going to work out with the little time that I have now. And at first I was like, because I've been a waitress before, and I was actually awful at it. That was 20 years ago. And I was like, you know what? I'm all about facing my fears, and waitressing has always been something that I'm like, I'll never do that again. So maybe it's time to be uncomfortable. Because the thing is, like, if you don't push yourself to do things you don't want to do and be uncomfortable, you'll never get anywhere in life, right? Now, on top of that, I started thinking about it. I was like, this could be a good opportunity. Not only is it going to bring in some extra money, I love getting to know people. And what is one big thing that you need in real estate? You need to know people. You need to make those connections. What is a great way to get out in the community and meet a lot of people? Hey, how about working at a restaurant that the whole community goes to, right? So It's all about the way you look at things. I don't know how much blogging I'm gonna do, but I'm probably gonna try to start getting on the social media train a little bit better again now that I actually have a direction that I'm working towards. Because what's another thing about building your business? Just people building a brand. People knowing who you are. So